This is a really sad, upsetting day. Takeoff from Migos was shot and killed. It happened in Houston at a bowling alley, and just the trivial nature of what sets somebody off is really hard to process.
What happened, and now a 28-year-old man has lost his life. But Takeoff and Quavo were in Houston. They've been promoting their new project, Unc and Few, and they were at this bowling alley at around 2:30.
Man, R.I.P. Takeoff, man. This whole story is so sad. Black man's life lost over dumb shit to another black man. Just the whole situation is like, what the hell is happening? He didn't deserve that. He wasn't even in the altercation. He was just around it. He didn't deserve that shit. Why would y'all start shooting each other when there was crowds of people there? Why?
30 in the morning, and they weren't bowling at that point. They were playing dice. There was a group of people around playing dice, and we're told that an altercation broke out at some point. We don't know exactly what it was over. I mean, frequently when you're playing dice, it's about who's winning or losing. And it got physical, and then somebody...
Okay, with this whole dice situation, I don't know if it was about dice. Like, people were saying it was either about dice or other people just having disagreements, or they've been having disagreements before. I don't know exactly what's true. But what I do know is, if it is about dice, if you're Quavo and Takeoff, bruh, y'all are the ones with the real bread, bruh. They're all gonna work together to get money off y'all. They're gonna all try and scheme and plot, act like they're not working together. But once they all take the money, they're gonna break it off within each other when y'all are gone. That's what happens. Like, and y'all probably knew that too. So why are y'all playing dice with niggas? Some random nigga. Like, I think they said like they're like mob ties, and they're like, nigga, why are you playing dice with them niggas, man? Why? Man, this is just some dumb shit, bro.
or somebody's pulled out a gun and started firing, and what you're seeing here is the aftermath. This is sadly Quavo, and for those that don't know, Quavo and Takeoff are related. Quavo is Takeoff's uncle, and in the moments after the shooting, Quavo was crouched down over his body and yelling for anyone to get help. It's incredibly sad moment.
Unbelievable.
For him.
He died at the scene.
Yeah, so in this video, you see Quavo like really distraught. He's on the phone with what sounds like a 911 operator. He's asking, hey, is this police? He's asking, what does she do? There was a woman there who was yelling out, I'm a nurse, because at one point had tried to pick up Takeoff, and I guess they were trying to, get him in a car to take him to the hospital. And she was telling them, no, don't move him. But it's just super sad to see. We've always known them as like a group together. We know their family in real life, but seeing them as celebrities together, and now for them to lose one of the group members in such a tragic way, it's just, I don't know, it's just super sad. He was only 28 years old. Like, it just...
28 years old. 28 years old. And he's Quavo's nephew. 28 years old. They grew up together, man. Over some dumb shit. Just some nigga shit, man. Oh, my God, bro. Over some nigga shit, man. Like, why does this shit always only happen in our own community? This shit never happens with white people. I mean, yeah, it might happen, but it's so common. It's so common. It's like nothing. It happens all the time. It happens so often. It's like, at this point, we're just desensitized to it. At this point, it's just another day, man. And the only reason it's such a big issue is because the Migos as a group are such a big group. People are going to have to talk about something like this. I hope something like this wakes people up. All right, because all we talk about is police killing us. That's it. But when we talk about us killing each other, people start getting defensive. And I don't know why. Like, I had tweeted some shit on Twitter, right? I said, we only talk about police killing us. Why aren't we talking about us killing each other? And of course, some girl tries to come in and act like she knows everything. Like, you thought this was you thought this tweet was hitting or some shit like that. And I'm just like, I wasn't gonna entertain it because, like, I'm not gonna argue with a fool who doesn't know shit. But it's crazy how we always want to defend that police are the ones doing most of the killing when we all know we're killing each other over some dumb shit. over some stupid shit. Why is it always bring the guns out? Why is that always the solution? I put up a poll. What do you think contributes the most to gun violence? And the poll said either music, film, or disenfranchising. Guess what everyone put? Disenfranchising. I know music and film is the real issue. That is why things are the way they are and will probably always be the way they are. Because we're not going to change those things. Yes, disenfranchising happens. Yes, people are put in poor situations and they have to start from the very bottom. Yes, we all know that happens. But we all know the words that are being said in the music we listen to. What about the movies that we watch, the shows that we watch, propagating gun violence, propagating drug culture, propagating criminality? That is the main issue. That is the main issue, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to always talk about, oh, yeah, the white man is bringing us down and all that nonsense.
It's just sad. I don't even know what else to say about it.
And in a, like you said,
Just
this is
trivial.
not a situation, and I know a lot of people here, a rapper died, oh, they have some beef and there's their feuds. That was not the situation with Takeoff. Was not a guy who was known to have any, ongoing feuds with anyone in the industry, was beloved and was really coming into his own with this new project, and now his life has taken over what certainly at this point appears to be a very trivial matter. Now, as far as we know, the police have not arrested any suspects in this shooting yet. And there are reports we have heard now from multiple sources that there were at least 5 shots fired, and not necessarily just from one person. There may have been 2 people, and this may have been a shootout scenario.
Yeah, that's what the dispatch audio that we obtained says. They said, look, 5 shots, people screaming, they heard gunshots. It appears the initial call may have actually come from a neighboring building or a neighboring facility. You have to understand this bowling alley is part of a larger complex. So there were a lot of people around that may have witnessed this. Of course, police are working to get surveillance footage and everything like that. They haven't even named the suspects or put any photos out or anything. So you have to imagine maybe they already have a lead or a significant jump on who this might be.
You would,
So,
because it's in this complex, one, there should be surveillance video, plenty of it for them to look at. And there were a lot of witnesses. Now, how much people are going to say, I don't know. But we know from the video we've seen, there were a lot of people.
You said something, and I don't know whether you or Brad knows about this, but if this could have been, like you said, a shootout, is it possible that this could have been somebody on his side?
In his side, that it could have been a
if there
friendly
were- if
fire.
there-
Yeah, that's another thing that I'm hearing. Apparently, somebody from his side is probably the one that, might have shot him either in the head or torso, because I think he got shot in the head and the torso. And they were saying that one shot that he got was the one that dropped him. And I think he might have got hit another time while he was falling. I don't know the full story. All these stories that I'm hearing is kind of like jumbled up from other people's perspective. But it's just so sad, man. Like, your own guy. People are thinking it's his family member, too, that has shot him. Why is it always guns as the solution? Guns are never the solution. They are not. Unless somebody's really trying to threaten your life and you have no choice. But why is that the immediate next step? Pull out a weapon. Have a shootout. Having a shootout in a bowling alley. Why is that what is going on?
Yeah.
Certainly
I don't know.
seems plausible.
I'm just asking because of what you said.
But it seems plausible from the way the scenario has been painted for us by witnesses that would be a possibility. But we just can't say. I don't know who was actually firing.
I'm assuming there's surveillance video in the bowling alley, right?
Yeah, there's a huge complex. I'm sure that there's cameras everywhere. But I think that the biggest point here and why it's so startling is that it just seems like it was just a regular night out for the guys. Like, Quavo had posted video, Halloween, they're out. Takeoff posted his outfit, and then it ends in such a tragedy like this. Like that, I don't think it'll ever sit well with anybody, but especially not for people closest to him.
It's terrible. I mean, this is just, I don't know.
And we are, unfortunately having to report on these things. It seems like, at least once a month, where there's someone in hip hop who had their life.
Bro, that's the thing. This is not no someone in hip hop, bro. This is Takeoff. This is a Migos member, bro. The Migos have been doing this shit since I was fucking. I'm 24 now. I've been hearing about the Migos since I was like 12, 13, bro. They've been doing this shit for a decade. A decade. You know how many people care about these guys? You know how many people mess with their music over the years? The decade. Oh my God, bro. He is a staple in the music industry. The Migos are a staple. They're the #1 group in the world. They're the #1 group in the world. This is Takeoff. This is not no regular person, man. This is Takeoff. Over nothing. Over some dumb shit. Over nothing.
Just taken. And I don't know what it's going to take for people to,
Well, it's a
I don't know.
bigger issue than
It's actually, it is a much bigger issue that goes beyond hip hop. But I will say, for whatever reason, there's a reason that this phrase about rap being the most dangerous job in the world has been said so often.
Nah, man. Nah. See, I can't just let it slide like that, bro. It's not about being a rapper. It's getting into shit that rappers get into. All right? Y'all should be smarter than going to the fucking hood at a fucking bowling alley with hood niggas. Like, you should be smarter than that. At some point, y'all gotta be smart with it, man. Like, you think that shit is the shit like this would happen in a fucking suburbs? No. Yeah, I get anyone could get dropped at any point. I get that. But your likelihood of getting dropped in the suburbs compared to where they were with those hood niggas? Come on now, like, bruh. None of this shit would have happened if they were in a safer area, man. With safer niggas, not some hood niggas. You can't be around hood niggas for too long. Because the hood nigga mentality is, okay, there's a problem. My solution, grab my weapon. That's the hood nigga mentality. All right? Once you know that that's the hood nigga mentality, you can't be around niggas like that, bro. You can't. You can't. Because those are the niggas that's going to end up getting you killed.
In recent years, there's a reason for
Takeoff himself was just talking about that on Drink Champs, and he talked about how, like, he wants to get his flowers while he's here and not after he dies, because, you know, people always kind of underestimated him, but people have also called him the most lyrical out of the group as well too. And with their new Unconfused project that they have, he felt like, you know, this was his time. Like,
he was getting those flowers, right?
Exactly.
People were recognizing his talent, and so, you know, there would never have been a good time for something like this to happen, but it is really tragic that it has happened at this point for him. And by the way, we are going to talk more about this and how it's affecting the industry. There have been a lot of people who are obviously very upset and distraught. One in particular, designer, said he is done. He's leaving the industry.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little later to Chuck D, who's going to be here to talk about what this means for the industry and can this be a wake-up call.
What's up? It's a Filthy Phil from Detroit. I just want to say we need to put the guns down. It really didn't happen for anything significant
At all.
You know, it was probably about money. He could have made a lot more money while he was here. We just got to put the guns down. You know, peace and positivity everywhere.
Boy.
All right, man. I'm done with that video, man. Bruh, if you're going to take anything away from this video, especially a nigga that looks like me, my skin color, stay away from hood niggas, because a hood nigga's first response is pull out my weapon. Alright? You can't be around erratic niggas like that. You gotta be around civilized niggas that understand situations and don't just pull out guns and start shooting in a fucking crowd. Make sure that the circle that you're around, the people that you're around, are good people, smart people that have a good head on their shoulders. Don't be around hood niggas, bro. That hood nigga mentality shit is done. Alright? That shit is done. Don't do some dumb shit like that, bro. That's all I got, man. Man, I'm done.